Hey guys, and welcome to the live Team Soar broadcast. And tonight we are talking about what is passion marketing and how does that work. So, passion marketing is you are sharing from the heart, you are sharing what you love, and sharing what you are passionate about. So, what does this mean and what does this require? Well, first and foremost, it requires that you got to be real. You have to be 100% honest. Trust is going to be key. This is not something you can fake. If you've got a product that you promote or sell and you don't believe in it and you don't use it, people see through that. They just can, they will, they'll find ways. You just can't fake it. So it's got to be real. It's got to be from your heart. Also, passion marketing requires that you give of your time and of your talents. If you want to be great, you have to be a great giver. This is just kind of the way the world works. For instance, have you ever learned something from a blog and you didn't pay anything for it, it's just free content? Or how about a YouTube video? I mean, who hasn't? There's so many how-to instructionals. I mean, you can just learn anything you want from YouTube videos, such as this one. So people will be attracted to you for your great content. And honestly, that's a great way to build trust. And when people see that you're honest, you're authentic, you're real, and you're giving away, they can see your expertise. They can see your passion, and that's going to build trust, which is going to turn to a sale. I mean, how many strangers can you think of that you signed up for a $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 program that they offer? If you don't really trust them and really think they're an expert, I mean, when I think of things that I would sign up for that much money, it would be like from a serious referral. I will have researched them, watched quite a few of their videos, read up on them, visit their website, like need to see that they're legit. And that goes for kind of any amount of money that I'm going to spend. So this is a great way for you to build trust with people, is to share your heart. But you ask, how do I make money if I give up my time and my talent and my content for free? So consider this the building process, and we're going to get to that. But first, let's just start with the basics, because you always got to start with step one. Okay, step one, before you can even begin passion marketing, your first impression is going to be key. Everyone sees you through your profile picture. And you know I've said this a million times, but profile picture of your dog in that little square that they give you on Google Plus or Facebook or Instagram, or circle on Google Plus and Instagram, that is not going to connect people to you. I can't tell you how many times I've clicked on a video because of a face. I looked at the face and I thought, that is someone that, I mean, I like the title of the video, it seems like something I'd be interested in, and the face of that person is like someone that I have a friend of, or I can just connect with it. It looks like someone I would like. And then I click on the video and either the content is not great or they talk in a really squeaky voice and I just couldn't listen to for 30 minutes. You know, and so, but the picture is what got them in the door. It's what made me click. Am I going to be their lifer? It just depends on the content and the person, but the picture got me in. And so if you want to attract strangers to you through passion marketing, you've got to have your first impression, right? And so the key is, like, you get this little box here, you want to fill it with your head, possibly your neck. You do not want a picture of you far away in a mountain and no one can see you because everyone's on their phone. 50% of users are on their phones as of this posting. So the picture is going to be this big. So you really need to maximize your square footage there because you don't get much. So that's huge. And then also just know, what are you attracting? Is your Facebook profile like this? I mean, who are we attracting here? Like weirdo guys? Let's do a smiling headshot. Everyone likes a friendly smile, no serious faces. Who are you going to attract with that picture? It just doesn't look friendly or inviting. So unless you're in the business of like funeral homes or something, maybe it's not appropriate to be super happy. But for most people, they're attracted to positive, happy people. So put your best foot forward in your profile pic. Okay. Second thing is figure out your niche, or as some would call it, your you brand. So this may or may not pertain to what you sell. Generally, it will relate at least loosely to what you sell, because if you're passionate about what you sell, it's going to spill over into your life. So if you are passionate about shoes, you probably have lots of shoes, or you're at least passionate about feet or something. So for instance, I sell fitness products and nutritionals, and I got really great results. I used TurboFire, and I lost 70 pounds. I made a YouTube video of my transformation from when I was, you know, pre 70 pounds to after, and I just got really great results as a customer. I loved it. So signing up to become a coach to help coach other people was just a no-brainer for me. I was doing it anyway. People were asking. I love the products, so I'm passionate about them. Now, and do I do fitness tutorials as my passion marketing? No, even though I run challenge groups and I help people get results, I'm not a personal trainer. The personal trainers are in the videos. Like I sell through Beachbody. They are the makers of P90X, Insanity, TurboFire, just the #1 fitness home videos. They really have the corner of the market. And the trainers are everything you need. I mean, everything you need is in the program. So I don't have to be the trainer. And I don't feel inclined like I need to passion market and show how to workout videos. Some people do. A lot of my coaching friends do. They happen to, have that be their expertise. But I just like to work out of the videos. I don't want to make my own thing. So that's just personally me. But what I am passionate about is quality of life. And so fitness does fall into that, but especially food and eating healthfully, eating cleanly, seeing the results that come when you eat clean. I really love the organic movement and how it is good for future crops, and not that I'm like an environmentalist, but the way that modern agriculture and farming is heading is just not good for the nutrition of our food. And so I'm passionate about that. So I guess you call me a health nut, whatever. But I don't lead with being a health nut because I think it sounds daunting. I don't think people are. Most people are not into eating healthfully from the start. So how I kind of soften it is I lead with, I have a recipe blog. So everyone loves recipes. Everyone knows they need to eat better. So my passion is, and actually it's helpful for me because when I have a good recipe, it's just nice to be able to open my blog and there's my recipe. It's thecopycatkitchen.com, THECOPYCAT, and then kitchen with a K.com. So thecopycatkitchen.com, and that's just where I post my food blogs. And basically the idea that I write is that they are comfort foods made healthy. So who doesn't want that? Whether you are eating healthy or not eating healthy, everyone wants to recreate some of their favorite loved foods, and so that's kind of my expertise, my passion, my niche. Another one I'm developing is I also happen to be an avid gardener, and I guess you'd call it farmer. I don't know. We have a ranch, and we have chickens and goats and animals, and we like to produce our own food off of the land. So I have a passion in that area too, and I'm developing that more now as I go because that's one of the #1 things I get asked about is people want to visit and learn how we do these kinds of things, and it is a passion of mine, and so that is a great way to connect with more strangers because if I have friends who are constantly asking me about that, I know that there's people all over the internet wondering how they can garden, specifically in low water areas like Arizona is, with the average rainfall of like nothing. So how do you garden in the middle of a desert and you can grow practically anything? And then how do you keep chicken? My friends are always asking me that. So I know there's so many people who want to know those answers. And while that doesn't like completely directly relate to my business, what it does is it attracts people to me who are like me, because like attracts like. People can buy shoes from anywhere. People can buy fitness programs from anywhere. What they can't buy is someone that they love and adore. That is what you are sharing your heart. People will follow you through social media, and you won't even ever meet, but they'll feel like you're best friends. They'll feel like you're a buddy. They feel like they know you. If they were to see you in person, they would know all about your life. And that's the cool thing about passion marketing is you are sharing your heart. And so people get to know you, and they connect with you. And I don't know if you've ever had a friend that did a business and you didn't necessarily need what they wanted, but you just loved them and they thought they were great. And then down the road, you knew someone who needed what they offered. Like, aren't you totally going to refer them and be like, oh, my friend, or, oh, this person I'm following on YouTube could totally help you. I love them. I got to send you the link. Like, that is what it's all about. Or down the road, when they need your product or they're ready for it, not everyone's ready to get in shape. Sometimes it takes people a while. Sometimes they have to warm up to it. But who needs to work out? Who needs to eat healthy? Everyone. So when they connect with me over chicken or gardening or you know, a recipe. We've started a relationship. They start to see my passion, and then in time, as they're ready for it, this is how the leads start rolling in. As people are interested in what you have to offer because they love you and they've connected with you and your passion. And so, oh, let me see if I missed something. Okay, so what? So let's just give me an example of a niche or a brand. What my niche and brand is. So I would say that mine is I'm a chef to 5 or 6 if you count my husband. He likes to call himself a 6th kid sometimes. I am passionate about clean eating and gardening, and I guess you'd call me a ranch girl. So that's kind of my niche. This is what makes me uniquely me. When someone chooses me or someone wants to follow me, this is the girl they're getting. And I make it clear I'm boldly and courageously me. I don't hide any of that. Like, this is who I am. I'm a mom. I'm not a single girl. You know, people know when they're signing up, like, what they're getting. And so that's all part of passion marketing, is sharing your heart. I love being a mom. I love being a wife. So that just all ties into your brand and your niche, and it's going to pour out through the things that you're passionate about. So again, this is where you are boldly and unabashedly you. I also, in style with clean eating, I also love raw food diets. I love vegan diets. We do eat a lot of vegan fare. I love it. I love salads. I love just all the things that you can make with nuts and cashews and kale. We make the most awesome cashew kale chips. There's just so many cool things that we've learned from the vegan community. But am I vegan? No. We also happen to be beekeepers, and some vegans don't even do honey. So am I going to hide that? No, because I'm me. And do we have eggs? Yeah, we do eat eggs. We don't eat them for every meal. We don't eat meat for every meal, but we aren't completely vegan. So that is obviously part of me, and some people are going to tolerate that and tolerate, you know, my passion for what I do and still follow me and still love me. And then there's other people, this is where on the sales funnel we talked about in the Lifers video, this is where they're going to jump off, and that's totally fine, because you're not trying to attract everyone. You're trying to attract your ideal customer, because life is too short to deal with the crazy people, or to not say if you're a vegan and you don't eat meat that makes you crazy, but there's plenty of people who are just going to suck you dry of your time. That's what I'm saying. And there's people who don't need to be with you. They need to be with someone else. So don't try and hold on to everyone. You just want the people that were meant to be with you, because they're like you, and you guys will connect, and you will have an awesome customer relationship, and this is who you want. So and these are the people who ultimately will be leaders in your organization. So don't try and appeal to everyone, because then you appeal to no one. So be boldly and courageously you. Like attracts like. Don't forget that. It's true. So there's a whole world of people who are just like you, and they are looking for someone just like you. And if you do have differences, they won't be so large that they'll stop following you for them. And maybe some people will, but some people won't mind. And because I do that all the time with people that I love on YouTube. I'm like, I don't love that they just said that, but whatever, I'm still going to follow you, or just disregard, you know, that aspect of your personality, whatever. You have so much great content, I would follow you and buy your stuff because I think you're cool. So that's what you're going for. And don't worry about it, because the things that other people will find quirky are the things that some people will totally connect with about you. They're going to love those aspects of you because it's you, and they connect with it. And that's part of your passion and your heart. So, okay, this is key. And also, the other key is that your content is useful and good, and just know in time you'll be found. So what do I mean by in time? I'm talking about quantity, not over quality, but in combination with quality. Quality and quantity over time. So I've covered lots of videos on how to strategically rock different social media platforms. So that is worth viewing. I think I've covered almost all of them. But the key, I think, is to find the one that you love, because there's so many out there now that unless you're outsourcing it through elance.com or something like that, it really can just get overwhelming. And honestly, with the 500 million users that are on Google Plus and the billion users that are on Facebook and the millions that are on Instagram, there's plenty of people for you to connect with on just 2 social networks. So just pick your favorite 2 and really rock those 2. This is just the advice I've heard from Mari Smith and other social media experts who I've talked with, is don't stress yourself about being You know, you can get to the point eventually where at least you're putting content on everything, but honestly, your biggest following is going to come from the ones that you pour your heart and your passion into anyway. You really won't get much traction from the ones that you're just kind of kicking stuff out to. It's where you're there and you're engaging with your followers, sharing your passion. You're actually live and you're actually answering questions. People love that. So really engaging the community is also how you share your passion. But really what I want to cover here is you becoming someone's buddy and they feel like they know you, and this takes quantity. So if you have someone who clicks the follow button, or if they click the like button, or on Instagram, I mean, whatever, Google Plus, they follow you, just depending on where you're at, subscribe on YouTube, and you feel like in the beginning it's not that many people, and you kind of get discouraged. What you're not realizing is when they saw your video, or they saw your picture, your content, or something you posted, this is what they said. I'm interested in this person. I kind of connect with them. And I'm interested to see what else I have to offer. So when you fall off the face of the planet because you get discouraged that in the first 3 months you don't have 50,000 followers, the person that needed at least 10 or 12 more exposures never got them. It takes time. Like, you're a complete stranger to this whole world. You know, most of it at least. And so you're trying to connect with people. You've got to give it time. It's like any relationship. It's going to take time, especially when it's just by typing words on a computer and sharing a picture. This is why video is awesome, because you can connect with my expressions, you can connect with my voice. Video will fast forward your relationship with your customer so much faster. So if you are not on YouTube and you haven't been posting videos, you really should consider doing that, because it just shares your heart so much more. To see someone actually talk and hear them, and anyone can post a picture. I was seeing a girl on Google Plus, and she was posting pictures of her, and you know, like, she was like the super fit girl or whatever, and everyone's like applauding her, and she's like, thank you, thank you. And then I happened to scroll down enough months back, and she had a different picture of herself. She was totally a faker. It wasn't her. She was posting fake pictures, okay? So there's people like that out there, but you can't fake video as far as I know. I mean, this is really me. This is here with my hair and my clothes, and it's me. So you can't fake it. So video is really where it's at. So consider video. Start posting. I know it sounds scary. I know it's like, I'm going to mess up and say something dumb. So what? That's like part of the fun parts of the videos. Everyone loves bloopers. So just get on there and post. If you really hate the parts that you mess up, you can learn how to use iMovie app, or get a simple editing software. They even have them online for free, and you can edit out the parts you don't like. It's not a big deal. Just get on there, start posting, and be yourself, because there's someone out there, there's lots of someone's out there who's looking for someone like you to answer their problems and help them find solutions. So keep posting. Just get content out there and be regular and consistent, especially with channels like YouTube, where people are looking for your posts on your videos on a certain day of the week, almost like a real TV channel. Or Instagram. I expect to see posts from my favorite people daily. So you know, it just depends on the social media avenue that you're using, and you need to know that. And I have videos on almost all of those. Every platform is different. Twitter, you could post a lot more. Facebook, you'd get annoying. So you just got to learn that and just be consistent, regular, and predictable. Now here's the kicker, is how do you tie in sales? There's two ways. Subtly, which you can do often, and in a way that is like stagnant, like in your bio, and I'll tell you about that in a second. And there's a direct sale, which you will want to do occasionally. It's not going to be as often. And so if let's give an example. Let's say your expertise and your gift to the world is that you're just hilarious, and you happen to sell, let's say, online software. So you'll probably have let's say you do a YouTube channel, and that's your platform. You'll probably have a real witty way about you, and maybe you tell funny computer jokes that I would never get. And maybe occasionally, I'm sure in your wittiness, you would find ways to tie in your online software stuff and mention that you do it, or mention this, you know, big sale your company had and this funny thing happened. You know, ways that you can subtly tie in what you do, the ways that intrigue people, In your bio, when people click the About You button, they'll go and they'll see what you do, a link to your website. I'm always so curious when I find someone interesting on a social media website. I don't know if you do this, but I bet you do. You go and click and you want to learn more about them. Like, what does this person do? Why are they so stinking cool? Like, what are they doing? And so that is there in your bio for people to learn about you. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what they're about. This is what they do. Got it. Okay, now I know a little more about you. Let's see what you got to offer. See what you can deliver. And so that, and you get a chance to share your passion that way. But a direct way, a direct way would be, and there's lots of different ways to do it, but like in a newsletter, you can directly share your sale. This requires that you are building a list, which you definitely want to do anyway. And you definitely want to be sharing and building a list, growing a list. And you'll want to watch the Lifers video, how to create Lifers that I made about that, how to build your list. Or some of the ways that I like to do is create a very entertaining piece of content or very informative and tie in my direct sale message in there. This is effective one of two ways, because one, people, as they're reading my passion, the recipe that I love, or a post that I'm talking about, they will relate to it and like it, and if they aren't really into what I have to offer, they'll tolerate it and maybe stick around for a time when they're ready to buy what I have to offer. Or if they love me already and they would be interested in buying my stuff, or they don't care, they're not going to care that I even posted a sale message in there. So that's just kind of a way that I like to do it too. So there's subtly and there's directly. But either way, when someone has a need and they like you and you have helped them and been generous to them with all of your free marketing, they're going to want to purchase from you if you meet their need. So that's huge. I can't think of how many times where I have needed something and someone has given to me and I've thought of how can I give back to them, because they're so awesome and they've been so generous. And you can create that same relationship online. This is also where referrals will be huge too. As like I said earlier, if you do something and people love you and they know you and they think of you, and then someone has that need that they don't necessarily have at the moment, like let's say they're not ready to get into fitness, but they know someone that is, they're likely to refer you. And I get referrals all the time. So, and this is true for like coaching, like people really appreciate the coaching that I've given them. And so again, if you want to be great, be a great giver. The world has a way of rewarding the people who are great givers. So, and you don't do it out of selfish motives. You do it because you're sharing your passion in your heart anyway. Like you couldn't keep me from wanting to talk about healthy living. I've been doing it for 8 years now anyway. Just now learning about social media, I have a platform and I can reach a lot more people. But it's something that comes inside you, and I'd be telling you about TurboFire anyway. I love that workout. It has changed my life completely. I'm a different person, totally, like without a doubt, because of that workout. So you couldn't stop me from telling you about it. So passion just pours out of you. You can't help it. So in summary, you are going to find your passion, your expertise, and your niche and your brand. If you don't know it, you're going to develop it. Think about it. Start brainstorming a way you can start to identify if you really don't know what you're passionate about or what it would be like. What would you talk about on YouTube and what would you blog about? One good thing is to start asking your friends or close people, like, what do you think I'm known for? Like, what if you could say I was known for one thing or I was really good at one thing, what would you say it would be? Another way would be if people ask you all the time about something. Like people are always asking us how to do this with farming or gardening or eating clean. Like, do you have any recipes for gluten-free this or that? Which I'm not actually gluten-free. I mean, I do know some of the tricks of the trade, but I don't work at developing, almond flour, coconut flour recipes. So I don't necessarily do the gluten-free. But they'll ask me questions like that. Or where do you get your wheat, in bulk? Or, so there's people I don't even know it. Like, this is before I was even passion marketing, but people had already just seen me as that because that's just who they knew before. So you're just going to be doing this on a broader scale. Is really just putting yourself out there on a broader scale. So find your passion, your niche, your brand, your audience, and then find creative ways that you can share it consistently is the key. So look for that platform that you love, the one or two platforms that you that you can really post to and that you like? Is it Pinterest? Do you love sharing different, you can combine them really well, make a really cool board? Or is it Twitter that you love to do little short tweets? Man, I can't do Twitter. Like, look, I can talk for 30 minutes. I love to write blogs. I cannot fit everything I want to say in 140 characters. It just doesn't work for me. So Twitter is not my favorite. But I love pictures. Instagram works for me. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, so I can save a lot of words by taking a really cool picture, right? I guess I could try that with Twitter, but anyway, it just moves so fast. Twitter's like a cocktail party. I want more relationships. So Facebook and Google Plus and YouTube and Instagram are really my 4 favorites. But what are your favorites? So really think of a way that you can post creatively and then consistently. Put it on your calendar. Make it a no matter what, I'm doing this every week. Or is it post to Facebook every day? Like, no matter what, I don't go to bed until I post to Facebook. And that would actually be kind of late, and I'd probably hit my target market if I was posting at bedtime. So maybe it's I don't eat lunch until I post to Facebook, or whatever it is, do that. And then also outsource, outsource, outsource. There's so many social media, what do you call it, online assistants who can help you with posting to take the workload off of you so that you can do more of what drives your business and do less of social media marketing. But you still need to create your content because no one can be passionate like you, and no one can share your heart like you can share your heart. So there's just some things you can't outsource. And then also work on subtly weaving in who you are and what you do and what you sell and what your websites are. And then also occasionally you will directly ask for the sale. And people that love you will follow you for it and be glad for it because they'll be glad to know whatever you do, whatever you put out, they want to jump on your bandwagon because they think you're awesome. So what is my last point? I'm sorry. This is my notes. So it's not every day that your following has grown to love you. I'm reading it now because I have no clue what I just wrote. This is my last point. Oh, they just love you. They're gonna love you. That's the end. The end. Peace out. They're gonna love you. They're gonna follow you. They're gonna want to. They want whatever you're dishing out. So just find those people. Find your lifers, and I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.